So I think we can all agree that the quality of your leadership team is probably the single biggest determinant of how well and how quickly your business grows. So at some point for most small companies, the debate begins about whether to bring some experienced managers in. And that often means bringing them in from larger companies, because the plus side of that is, in theory at least, they should be well developed and well trained. They've had exposure to a wide range of leadership styles and behaviours in the organisations they've come from. But this also means that their salary and benefits expectations may be a lot higher, and sometimes the economics just don't stack for that in small companies. But before you do that, I think you need to consider something else. And I mean this most sincerely. I would happily put most of my clients and most of the people that have been through my leadership team training up against anyone from the corporate world in a Pepsi challenge. But on many occasions, I've also seen people coming in from large companies that fail to adapt to the small company environment. And I think there are three reasons for this. The first is that typically smaller companies don't have the same type of support structures that are available to managers in larger companies. For example, things like HR functions, learning and development managers, and even IT support. So, when I worked at Orange, if my laptop stopped working, my PA just got the IT people to come in and replace it and take mine away. In small companies, we often have to figure some of this stuff out for ourselves. And that can be quite difficult when you're used to being waited on hand and foot. Now, the second thing is the chaotic and fast-moving nature of SMEs versus that slightly slower, measured and drawn-out, process-driven perspective from larger companies. One of the CEOs of one of the companies I work for used to refer to getting anything done in the organisation as like wading through treacle. Now, on the plus side, that can be one of the reasons why people want to leave large organisations to join smaller ones. But the idea of working in that fast-paced, fast-moving, quick decision-making company is quite different from the perception of it. And that can often cause stress and dis-ease for the people that are coming in. And the third thing is the proximity of the owner. So everything a leader in an SME does is subject to immediate scrutiny by the business owners. So you end up continually trying to read and adapt around the changing moods of someone that's utterly passionate about their business. And that really isn't easy. So these are the reasons why I believe that it's often a better bet to develop someone from within the company into a leader than it is to bring someone in from the outside. That's not to say there isn't work to do with these people, because developing those leadership skills, that confidence, that commercial acumen, and that resilience is vital if you want them to elevate their game so that they can contribute to growing the company. And unless they've been exposed to these types of ideas, they end up with a very limited pool of experience and other people from which to build their leadership capability. But investing in and developing them is not only a cheaper option, but is also far more likely to be effective in the long term.